Everybody, welcome back to Majestic Mayhem. I'm Death Dealer.
And I'm Pink Pickles.
We do need a theme song though. We need to get somebody on that.
We do, like you said last week, we need an intro, we need an outro. We do. We need to think of something.
Something better than me just kind of wiggling and smiling. Crazy. Hey!
So I do like our thumbnail, and I have to say, so remember last week I was like, why on earth am I in that shirt? Like I don't understand. Harry just goes, what are you talking about? That's your pizza thing. And I was like, oh my god, you're right. It's my pizza hoodie that I wear because I'm in the basement and it's cold down here, so I always have this on. And I was like, "Oh my god, why? How did I not see that?" Because it's like the 60s or 70s print, and that's why I was like, "What? Why is it putting me this old shirt? Putting me my pizza shirt?" So I'm like, "Okay, now I see it. Now I got it."
Funny. It's funny.
Yeah,
It
I
is.
got
It
I got
is.
put into a group chat with my cousins, and they like it keeps going off, and it's killing me. I hate group chats.
Oh yeah, no. Not a fan of group chats. I try to
Yeah.
leave them and avoid them whenever possible. They are just the worst. Watch me get added to like six after this.
Yeah.
Oh my god. My problem is that somebody every single time inevitably uses it and starts messaging like in the middle of the night at the most inopportune time. And their excuses are like, "Oh well, I didn't want to forget." And did you not realize you know how like you can schedule and time that so it doesn't interrupt my sleep, dude?
Okay, so wait, so you don't want people to text you in the middle of the night?
No, I don't. Unless I've already told you I'm gonna be up and like go ahead and message me or it's an emergency. I'd really rather I mean, let me rephrase that. You can DM me because those notifications are turned off. So yeah, go feel free to do that whenever. But texting my cell phone, yeah, no, don't do that. Don't don't do
Whereas
that.
I tell people, I don't care what you do, because my phone's on silent 99.9% of the time. I know that people are texting me because either I see my phone or if my watch buzzes. So the rest of the time, I will never know because I'm asleep and my watch is on the charger. So I will never know. You could text me all night long. I would have no idea. The drawback to that method, though, is like one time, Perry in the middle of the night went to the gas station. His car battery died. He couldn't start his car. Now he's stuck at the gas station. My phone's on silent, so he's calling me, and I have no clue he's calling me. And all of a sudden, I'm like laying in bed, in like I got woken up, but you're only like half awake, and I could swear that I heard him, but he wasn't laying in bed. And I'm like, well, how can I hear him then? And then I'm like, why does it sound like he's yelling? We had, and thank God it was inside the window. We didn't put it outside the window yet, so it was just sitting inside, like looking through the glass, a little security camera that you could talk through.
Yeah.
He was talking through the camera, but he was screaming to try to get it loud enough to wake me up.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's funny. That's too funny.
So that's the drawback to my phone's on silent plan. If there's something catastrophic that happens in the middle of the night, I'll never know.
See, and that's why I can't have my phone
Yeah.
on silent because the few times I have fallen asleep with my phone on silent, it did not bode well. It was,
Yeah.
oh my god, do
Mm.
you know what happened? Oh, worse is waking up to those calls, though. I mean, honestly, I don't know what's worse, waking up to the messages or waking up to the calls. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a draw.
Yeah. No, we're going. So I'm going on my cruise. It's like in 3 weeks at this point, I think. So my cousin started a group chat for the girl cousins,
Yeah.
but I don't think my family's gonna watch this. I don't want them to because I want them to think I'm smack talking them. I'm not smacky talking them because I like my family, but they live in Ohio. I live in New York, so we don't know each other super well. I mean, obviously we know each other, but we don't, we don't know each other. And then there's a large age gap. The oldest cousin is 22. I think she's 22 years older than I am. Is the oldest cousin. I'm the second youngest. So there's a huge gap between the cousins and me. So like on the trip, I have a feeling that like the next cousin past me is probably at least 10 years older than me.
Oh, wow.
So
Oh, talk about that.
yeah, so it's just I get put in a group chat and it's like, oh man, we are just at totally different parts of our life and they're all retired and yeah. They got their kids are grown and like I'm closer in age to their kids than I am to them. And it's like,
Mm.
I don't want to be in the group chat. Like just whatever you need to send to me individually. Cause I still think about last time we went on a cruise, they they had an email chain because they were all discussing what they were going to wear on the cruise. And they're all going back and forth about all these outfits. And I was just, so I finally replied and I was like, I've decided to live the comfortable life and I wear sweatpants every day. So that's all I'll be wearing on the cruise. But all of your outfits sound amazing and I can't wait to see them. Like,
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
yeah.
It's amazing. That is too funny. Well, my grandpa actually just got back from a cruise. She went on I think it was a 5, 7 day cruise, something like either 5 or 7 days.
Mhm.
Um, and I went over to her house the night before to help her go over her list of things, make sure she had everything she wanted, and do anything around the house she might. Because I was going to take care of things. So any problems, like change a light bulb and things like that, we don't
Yeah.
want her on ladders. So I change the light bulbs when she's out of town or whatever. And I went over and was helping her do everything, and I was trying to pack chargers for everything the night before. So I'm like, listen, everything doesn't need the chargers, and several of her things all use the same kind of chargers. So I'm like, let's just pack at least these bigger ones, like
Yeah.
the main ones here, because you'd be fine without charging them for the night. It's not a big deal. The batteries last for more than 12 hours. It'd be fine. And she insisted on charging them the night before. Well, I didn't go over there that morning before she left. My
You
aunt
forget
picked
them.
her up, and I found several things she was supposed to take on the cruise with her, all nicely lined up, like she
Yeah.
was lining them up to put them in her luggage to go, but none of it made, so none of her chargers made it. And I was like, do you think they noticed before they got on, or do you think somebody's gonna have a charger that she needs for at least some of?
See, that's how I feel, kind of how my mom is, because I have been bugging her because, as you know, we're going to be in Florida for a few days before we go on the cruise, just because of the way the flights worked out. And I've been bugging her about where we're staying to like, you need to confirm that because we're staying with a friend. And I'm like, you need to talk to her to make sure that this is like still a thing. Like, where we don't even know where she is. Like, I got to plan out how we're going to get there. She doesn't have a care in the damn world. But do you know how many times she's asked me if I got air tags to put in our luggage because she probably saw a news story about it, but she doesn't know that they're called air tags. So then she
That was
keeps so
funny.
right, so she doesn't know what to call them, and she's like, the things, what things, the things for the luggage that beep. Yes, I got them. Don't worry. Like just the things that she's worried about are just so ridiculous, and I'm like, that's gonna be her. I'm gonna have to check with her that morning to be like, do you have this? Do you have this? Or really, I'll have it, and I'll just be able to be like, no, please, I have the plugs. We're fine.
That would be the safest bet. I
Yeah,
mean, honestly, I was hoping, and I still, because I haven't actually talked to, I mean, I have talked to them, but I haven't gotten specific details yet.
yeah,
I'm hoping that one of them packed a wireless charger for a few various reasons, one of which is my grandmother wears hearing aids. Wears rechargeable battery hearing aids. So, but here's the thing, and I don't know if any of them know this that went with her. They are Bluetooth and wireless charger capable. So, if she, because she did, she forgot the charger for him. It was a
Yep.
and that was the one charger I was like, "You really don't need to charge these the night before. The batteries are good
Yeah.
for 48 hours. It's been less than 12 hours since you charged them. Let it go.
Yeah.
It's fine."
Pack it so you don't forget it.
Yeah. Please pack it with, so you at least like
Yes.
charge it by your purse so that way in the morning
Yes.
you see it and just stick it in your purse. But no, she lined it up with all the other chargers that she forgot. And I was like, "Do you think any of them thought to bring a wireless charger for any reason? And do you think any of them are going to think to buy one if they don't have one to try and use
Ugh.
it to charge them? Or do you think she's going to not be listening to any real conversations for the next few days?"
Okay, so here that brings up a good point though. So I have to say, the last cruise I went on was in February of 2020. So that was before everything happened, right? So things are different now. So I have been in a lot of like Reddit groups and just other internet groups because I want to see kind of how things have changed just so I kind of know what to expect because it should be no surprise for everyone who knows me. I need to research everything I ever do. Okay. So, one thing that I can't understand is how fucking cheap people are. And it drives me insane. People are spending, even if you go, I guess if you go like into your room to get the last minute cruise, you could probably spend $500. But I guarantee you, almost everyone in the ship spent at least $1,000. And a lot of people probably spent over $2,000. Okay. So, and if you don't live near the terminal, you have to get yourself there.
Yeah.
And these people are like, oh, make sure to bring like your own Tylenol aspirin because you have to buy it. It's so expensive. And it's like, I understand that who wants to pay a premium if you don't have to? But it's
Hmm.
the same thing as going to the gas station if you buy the little packet with the 2 Tylenols in it. Of course you're
Yeah.
going to pay a premium. Get over it. If you have a headache, pay the
Yeah.
$5 and get the packet of Tylenol. Like, I don't understand these people how just incredibly cheap they are. And like, if I forgot my charger, I don't
Hmm.
care if I had to buy a cruise ship charger and it was like $50. If I had to
Yeah.
do it, I would do it. You know,
The
I
ones
don't
I
want
never
to, but
understood The ones I never understood were the ones who try to sneak alcohol on, or that do sneak alcohol on.
oh, you're allowed to bring it.
Doesn't make sense to me for
Yeah.
the most part because you're on a cruise ship that provides an alcohol service and things like that to begin with. Why are you bringing something you can get a pack, like they offer drink packages?
Yes.
Like, why are we?
Because people are just so cheap. It's insane to me. And then people too. So when you buy, so like they always have promotions, and a lot of times now, one of the big promotions, you get like a free drink package. But it still costs money because, and I actually prefer it this way, anyone who goes on a cruise, you have to pay gratuities on everything. And
Yeah.
they just tell you, like you have to pay like your room stewards who like make up your rooms every day. It's this much money per day that you have to pay for them. Good. I would rather you just tell me up front because then I don't have to worry about it. Boom. Because to me, well, that's just another fee I have to pay. Boom. That's the fee. I'm going to do it. So same thing. The drink package. They obviously must factor in that you're going to drink X amount of drinks a day, and you have to pay a 20% gratuity. So you have to pay this much in gratuities. It's still a hell of a lot cheaper than if you went and bought all of your drinks individually. Because if you're the type of person who's sneaking, a bottle of mouthwash that's really liquor, you're drinking more than one drink a day.
Yeah.
Just just
Yeah.
just get the drink package and then it's on board and then you can get anything you want
Yeah.
and you can
I
keep getting them.
feel like it's just too much effort. It's just way too much
Yes.
effort. I mean, it seems like a lot of effort to. I almost feel like, do you have a problem? Is there a reason we can't
Yeah.
just get the drinks there, or we can't just not drink for a few days? Like, maybe
It's
it's because I'm not young and I mean, I kind of was like a half functioning drunk at one point in time. But I'll be honest, I paid to do VIP. I paid for bottle service. I paid to get completely smashed in a club and bar and an after hours bar. and in after hours clubs. Like, I I can't understand not wanting to, like, I always thought that was the fun part of drinking, was going out and doing things. So I would imagine getting drunk on a cruise, you'd wanna go to, like, the clubs and the bars and you know what I mean?
And
Like, that just makes sense to me.
okay, I don't drink. I have no problem with people who do drink. I don't think poorly of them. I don't care. Do what you want. I do, on the other hand, think poorly of grown ass adults who are like just getting blackout drunk. And to me, it's like, yeah, you probably are an alcoholic. Like people that it's just like, okay, you're not like an 18 to 21-year-old, like you're 50. Why are you doing this? Those are the people that I'm like, what's wrong with you? Those people love cruising. It is absolutely insane to me how much people drink on cruises and how early in the day people are drunk. And it's actually kind of pathetic. But luckily, they kind of contain themselves. There's certain places it's just like, okay, I'm gonna avoid over here because that's where all the drunk people are, like whatever.
I can
Um,
understand some of the appeal drinking a little bit during the day while on a cruise, and, I mean, as someone when I was younger, I did like to go out partying things. I would see some of them, not all of them, some of those people are probably looking at it as, I don't have anything else I have to be responsible about or for today, and I am on vacation and I am going to
yes.
enjoy it to the fullest, and I want to be asleep by 6 o'clock or whatever because I have something to do early in the morning. Like, by all means, Becky, sit on the deck and drink your margarita and your daiquiris. Like, enjoy your vacation. I have a problem with the ones who get wasted by 10 a.m. and
Yes.
are loud, obnoxious in that way through the entire day and night. Yes, those
Exactly.
are the ones I have a problem
I'm
with.
with you. You want to lay out and drink all day and get your buzz on, have at it, enjoy. Because you are on vacation. Let loose, enjoy. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's the people who just overdo it. And then I just think to myself, don't you want to remember your vacation? Who wants to like drink so much that you forget things? Like you paid all this money, you could forget at home, right? You could just get blackout drunk and forget your life and never leave and save all that money. And then I just think you're on a ship. And even though the ship is not, because it's so large, it doesn't like super move, it does move. How are you not like you don't spend all night just puking your guts out? Like I don't know. That stuff to me just doesn't seem like that'd be fun. So we all know what I will not be doing. I will not be getting blackout drunk.
I mean, again, I haven't been on a cruise. Well, I haven't been on a cruise you stay overnight. I've been on casino boats and things like that, but I haven't done a an overnight cruise. I also don't drink anymore.
Yeah.
I used to. I no longer drink anymore. But when I did drink, I can understand. Like I said, it's to a certain extent, and then there, like I said, there's other times where it's just like it's a bit much and it's a bit rowdy. Unfortunately, it seems to be in scenarios where you're on ships, period. I don't care if it's just a boat you're taking out to an island for the day or whatever. Somebody's going to overdo it every single time.
You're right. That's a
It's
good
a
point. When
very
people are
common thing.
yeah, when people are on
And
boats, they do.
I don't know why, because oftentimes they end up puking off the back of the boat. I find it entertaining personally, but it can be quite obnoxious, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
so, but I feel like anytime you deal with boats, yeah, someone's getting stupid drunk. I mean, at least anytime I've ever been near a boat, anytime I've been on a boat, there has always been somebody, and it's never me. I'll be the first. Well, like I said, I used to drink. When I did, I would drink on boats, but I wasn't the one puking off the back of the boat. There's always somebody doing it though.
Yeah.
So I don't know why boats bring that out in people, but it brings out the biggest party animal. I don't know. I
I
don't
don't
know
know why either.
why.
Whereas me, I'm reading and rereading and reading again and again and again the menu from every restaurant. Like I'm picking out like, okay, where am I gonna go eat? If I get hungry, where are the snacks? Like this is the things that I'm focused on is like I'm gonna make sure that I'm ready to go get the things I want to get. Where's the good deck chair that I could because I don't want to sit out in the sun, look at me. I obviously do not go in the sun. Where's the deck chair that's in the shade if I want to go outside? Like, I found not the ship I'm going on, but I saw someone had a video on another ship. They're like, this is the nicest bathroom on the whole ship. So then I was like, what is this? Um, Dude, I didn't even watch the whole video, so I don't even know what the bathroom portion looked like. This lady opened the door. This room was gigantic. It was like a lounge. Men probably don't know this. Some women's bathrooms, there's like a little lounge room before you go into where the toilets are. The lounge area was gigantic, and it was all the way at the front of the ship. So the whole side was just windows. And I'm like, oh my God, this is the nicest bathroom. Which then got me thinking, there's a nicest bathroom on every ship. Maybe not that nice, but then I was like, huh, I totally want to go and I want to go find like where's the nicest bathroom? Is there like a hidden thing? And it's like these are the things that I'm researching. Yeah.
That's too funny.
Not what bar can I go to, but where's the best bathroom? Where's
Too
all the
funny.
food?
That's not the worst idea, though. I mean, that's not the worst
Ah,
thing to be looking for at a cruise ship, honestly.
yeah, so I want to relax. I want to play. So last cruise I went on, we played there was trivia. And I love trivia. So I was like, we have to go and play. And it was 90s trivia. And my mom did not want to be on my team. And I was like, dude, this is 90s trivia. This is for me. Dude, I won. I won. I was like, Mom, you should have been on my team. You would have been a winner. Sucks for
We
you.
don't want you anymore.
Yeah.
Suffer.
Uh,
Gets for being old.
oh.
Gosh, that's too funny. No, I'd probably do the same thing. Look for different activities to do and food. Food and activities. Those would be the two things that I'd be interested in. Food and
Yeah.
activities. That's it.
Yep. So
I don't even know if I'd necessarily be worried about the deck and the pool. I obviously we know
see,
why I wouldn't care about that stuff.
I have
Like
I
your
have
feet
never
going to the
been
beach.
I've never been in the pool on the top deck of a cruise ship. I did get on Black Friday though, the spa passes were on sale. I got them because there's a regular okay, the pool, there's always a pool on the top deck. And it's a saltwater pool, and it is so crowded, and you have to listen to them play the steel drums all day long. That gets old. Like you can only hear the same songs so many times, it gets old.
They play
Um
different songs, I'm sure. I mean,
it
there's
is, but
multiple songs you can
it's
do
like
with
the
steel
same beat, and I can't listen. If you're a steel drum fan, good for you. Go hang out at the pool on a cruise ship.
drums.
I have a limit to how much I can listen to. Um, the spa, on the other hand, though, is adults only, and they only sell so many passes, so it's not crowded and it's not salt water. It's like regular pool water. So it's like, I'll go to that pool. I can handle that. But I do go to the pool deck because every afternoon they have hard ice cream, so you can go get ice cream cones. Because they do have a soft serve machine, but I want like hard scooped ice cream. Got to go to the pool deck. See, these are the things you got to learn. Is where can you get ice cream? Right,
I
that's the
do like
important stuff.
saltwater pools. Saltwater pools are nice. I will give you that. They are fun. Um, so it's listen. I was in California at one point in time, and when I first got there, some my friends were all excited to take me over to the beach to show me the beach over in California. We get there, and I was just like, "That's nice. This is it. That's nice." I live 5 minutes from like 12 different beaches.
See, I don't like salt water. I don't like the beach. I clearly do not like the sun. I don't like hot weather. There's nothing about the beach that is remotely like I like I said, I hate sun, I hate hot weather, I hate salt water, I hate sand. I'm a wimp and walking on sand it hurts my feet. Okay, I'm just a wimp. I'm not even going to deny it. I just don't
You're
I
going
don't
about it the wrong way, probably. The best way. and this is someone again who lives like 5 minutes away from like 12 different beaches. Like, well, I should say different water options. There are many water options near me. I have fresh water, salt
Yeah.
water. We got lakes, we got rivers, we got beaches, we got pools. Doesn't matter. Point is, best part, best part about it is you go for like an hour or less. Honestly, that is the best way to go to the beach. I don't care why you're going to the beach. If you keep it under an hour, it's a great time. Then it's not the biggest problem because it's the quick, oh, hey, we came, we got hot, we maybe saw some water, maybe went in the water, whatever, and then we left. We had snacks. It was great. Go home. Any longer than that, it's too much. It's
Yeah.
just too much. And I feel like when it gets too crowded, you're expected to stay there for longer than an hour, so it's too much. It's too much.
Yeah.
So I would much rather visit a pool, and even then, like I said, keep it under an hour. I'm not someone to sit or I've done it, but it's not something I personally make plans to go sit out and do. I'm not the one
Yeah.
suggesting, "Hey, let's go to the pool for the day." Like, I was never the friend with the kid going, "Hey guys, let's all take the kids to the pool or to the beach." I was like, "Go, sure."
Yeah. I'm gonna go to the air conditioning. That's where I want to go.
Indoor pools are nice, but I still feel like an hour is
Yeah.
efficient. Again, I've had access to all these things. An hour is more than maybe it's because I have access to these things that I'm not the biggest fan of them. I've heard some people and they're like, "Oh, we love going for 2 days in a row. I'd sleep on the beach if I could." And I'm like,
Well,
"Okay."
four of my cousins who are going, they're all beach people. The fifth cousin, I have no clue if she likes beaches or not, but they're all beach people. So that was part of the group chat as they were to talk about excursions. And
I
like,
even grew up around lakes and lakes and beaches. It's just water's water. It's there. It's
yeah.
nice, but I I guess I have too much access to it to be.
I was actually surprised. I thought the excursion that they were going to suggest was going to be a beach day. No, it was something about going through like a rainforest area to look for like monkeys and learn about plants.
That sounds fun, actually. I don't know about the monkeys, but the rainforest part sounds fun. Monkeys worry me. I'm
It
scared of monkeys.
probably is fun, but I don't want to go because it's 3.5 hours long. I don't want to go hike in a like rainforests are very humid. I'm going to sweat to death. I don't want to go hiking and sweat to death on my vacation. So I think I'm going to pass if that's what they do.
Normally, I'm with you on the hiking. I'm not the biggest fan of hiking. It's depending on where it is, it can be too much. But I will say this: I feel like the better looking the surroundings are, the easier it is to hike and deal with it. Maybe a 3-hour hike in the rainforest won't be as bad as you think. I mean, I would absolutely wear, like, way too much bug spray, like,
Yes,
definitely
I
roll in it as if your life depends on it, because it probably does.
yeah.
Um, it protects you against everything pretty much.
Yeah.
Um, and believe it or not, perfume helps with that problem as well. If you don't like the smell of bug spray or you don't like bug spray in general, perfume actually helps keep bugs away. Believe it or not, Bombshell by Victoria's Secret is one of the best deterrents for mosquitoes I've ever used.
Interesting.
But yeah, and it smells amazing.
Apparently not to mosquitoes.
No, yeah. Well, it's because you smell like flowers. The more you smell like
Okay.
a flower to them, the less interested they are because they don't mess with flowers.
Okay.
Now, a bee, might hang out with you, but it's not going to hurt you or
Yeah.
anything. So, eh, whatever. But the rainforest, I don't think, and I've ever really dealt with bees in the rainforest.
Yeah,
It's
I don't think so. I wouldn't think they would be a rainforest type animal. I never thought about it, but it never I don't think so.
I mean, if it's only 3 hours, I'd say go because it's most likely an hour and a half hike in and then an hour and a half hike
Oh,
out.
it's not even 3 hours of hiking. It's
Yeah.
because you get to, like, ride a boat to go somewhere, and then you get off and hike and learn about plants, and then come back and ride a little boat
Oh, it's
back.
probably like less than an hour. You're probably gonna be hanging out
Yeah,
for
it
like an
still just
hour.
doesn't I don't know. We'll see. I don't even know if they're sold on that one yet, so I have time to decide because I'm not sold. I'm definitely not sold on it.
I would say
I
do it just for the pictures and the scenery alone. We found some
um,
really cool stuff doing. I don't regret going on some of the hikes I went to in Hawaii. I regret literally only one hike, and you can tell what hike I was not happy with in the video that you do see me in, because it was miserable. It was way too steep, and it was like hiking through the okay, now I hit it. It was like hiking through the fucking desert. It was fucking
oh,
miserable.
yeah.
It wasn't, the scenery looked like shit. It was like hiking in the middle of Texas
Oh,
in the it fuck this. And I think I said that multiple times. I
yeah.
actually at one point sat down from at a bench and was like, "I am not fuck you. I'm not moving. This sucks. I hate all of you people. I regret coming here. I regret all my life choices leading up to this point." I was not I had some like 70 and 80-year-old people come by and they're like, "Finish doing it. It's worth it." Do you know I got to the top? They fucking lied.
Wasn't worth
It
it.
wasn't fucking worth it. That scenery was bullshit. I looked around and went, "Do you realize we could have gone to another area on the island and I would have seen the same fucking view?" But when we did the hikes through the forest areas, that shit was cool and well worth it. I don't even know how long we were on those hikes for, and they were
Yeah.
fun because we were walking around. I'm like, look at this shit. Feels like we're walking in a fucking Zelda game. I swear to God, the trees were massive. It was like, this is
Oh,
awesome. It was like walking through a video game or a cartoon or something. It didn't look real, and then the waterfalls were definitely worth it at the end. It's funny to see the idiots at the bottom swimming in it next to the signs that said, "Hey, don't go in the water because there's a bacteria that'll actually fucking kill you."
oh god.
So that made it even more worth it to me. I was like, yes. Imagine spending a shitload of money to go all the way to Hawaii on vacation just to get a brain eating an Oba.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. It's a vacation you'll never forget or survive.
Yeah, that sign's there for a reason. Oh.
Like I said, I recommend doing it. Not for the walking aspect so much as the scenery. It's funny. It's
We're gonna
entertaining.
have to look it up some more because it was like right before I went live that they were texting about it. So I'm gonna have to do like I said, I gotta do my research. I'm
Make
gonna
sure it's
find
not
out to
fucking
see.
desert. Make sure it's not desert like and they're just like calling it a rainforest because it's got a waterfall somewhere. I don't know what qualifies making it a rainforest, so.
The climate, the tree cover, various things.
I
I bet you it is a rainforest though. I bet you it really is. I believe it.
I imagine. Well, I don't know. We have monkeys on an island. They're kind of terrifying. I don't think I'd go walking
Aren't,
around there.
aren't those the monkeys that like give you chlamydia on the island?
Uh, I think the ones on the island have the herpes
Oh,
virus
it's
that's
herpes.
deadly
That's
to
okay.
humans. Yeah,
As I
they have.
thought it was something.
Yeah, koalas have chlamydia.
Yes.
But I don't know if their chlamydia could kill us. But I know that the herpes virus that the monkeys have, I'm pretty sure that'll kill us. Like herpes black or something. I wonder who found that out and why.
Yeah, I know. What were they doing? We probably don't want to know because we can all imagine it. We don't need to know it. Know it.
I don't know. Sometimes the reasons for rules and laws and things and why we know things are fairly interesting. Sometimes it's really twisted, but sometimes it's funny. Like there's a law in a county down here that you're not allowed to ride an elephant down Main Street on Mondays and Thursdays.
Only
Why?
on only on
That is
Mondays
the
and
most
Thursdays.
random. Yeah, no, this is an
Okay.
elephant on Mondays and Thursdays. Why? The reason is apparently there was like a carnival or a circus that came through, and they weren't allowed to open or something, and to protest to go get their permit or to go fight with the county to open or something, they rode an elephant down Main Street on a Monday.
That was their
Like,
protest.
I mean, hey, it's the most, like I said, most, we have some random ass laws down here in Florida. We really do. It is a severe punishment to molest gators. I don't want to know the story too. That
No,
I'm
but
sure is way too inappropriate.
I also feel like the punishment you get for that is whatever the gator's going to do to you. Right? I feel like no one has to really punish you. That you're going to get your own punishment from that.
I don't know. Gators aren't as vicious at times as people think. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think you should go walk up to them and just hug them, but they're not. There's a lot of times there's a gator nearby and you'll never know. You will never see it. You will never hear it. It will never be a concern to you because it's just not interested. So, I mean, can I see somebody getting away with molesting a gator? Unfortunately, yeah, I really can, especially depending on the size too, because they don't hatch at 8 feet long. They hatch, they're like this big. Yeah, well, they're like this big. So I mean, there was this guy last year that threw one through a drive-through window. There was another one that took a gator to hold up a gas station. So I mean, they weren't very big gators, which is why it's even funnier that they were able to commit the crime in the first place. 'Cause I would have laughed at him and slapped him. What do you mean you're gonna hold me up with a baby alligator? Get the hell out of here! That thing's not gonna do anything but eat a goldfish.
Stevie Mac just call them swamp puppies.
They are small puppies. They're cute. There's a law against feeding them because you can train them and domesticate them. They're not smart. They're not smart at all. And if you feed them, they'll be more than happy to hang around. Problem is they will associate any human with food and expect you to have food.
Yeah.
That's where the problem comes in. They're not. They don't want to attack you to be vicious so much as they just assume you're going to have food. So it can cause problems. Poor puppies. Misunderstood like pit bulls.
Yeah, poor misunderstood alligators.
Yeah, they're not bad. Yeah, quite often. It's entertaining when you watch them walk down the street, though.
I'll take your word for it. I don't need to see it.
Well, just come down during hurricane season. You can watch it during hurricane season because they go from place to place. Funny, actually.
Okay, so speaking of hurricane season, so I've been watching a whole bunch of documentaries again this week. I watched 2 of the 3 episodes of the Hurricane Katrina documentary, and holy crap, those people really got screwed on a whole bunch of different levels, and I can't believe it. And what I didn't realize, and I probably knew, but it just when that happened, like I was young. I mean, I'm still, I think, yeah, I was an adult at that point, but I was a young adult. That the people, the bulk of the people who didn't survive, it wasn't even because of the hurricane. It
Nope.
was after the hurricane from when the levees broke.
Yep.
And I thought it was fascinating because that was there were probably cell phones at that point, but not like cell phones like we have today. And you
No, they
definitely no
weren't.
internet on your cell phones. And I was like amazed at how we didn't have like a coordinated like Red Cross FEMA type response. Like there was no coordinated response. Things weren't planned out. But then just trying to find people, like the only way to call people is you have to call their home phone. That's the only way to get a hold of people. And I'm like, man, all these people, you have no clue if your people, your family members, your friends are alive or not alive because it's a home phone. But the house, the water, like they were taking people out of attics and they were wet. The water was in the attic,
Oh yeah, no,
a
there were multiple
2-story
people
house.
that drowned in their attics
Yeah.
trying to escape the water.
Yeah.
The water came so quick and it got so high.
Yeah.
Um, no, Louisiana got screwed. I will be the first one to say, and as
Yeah.
far as my opinion is concerned, they're going to continue to get screwed for the next hurricane. I hope to God it's nowhere near as bad as the damage of Katrina. I truly, truly
Yeah.
do. Unfortunately, the problem is, and I learned this, well, I learned this years ago because of Katrina, because as a Floridian, you watch what happens with hurricanes in
Yeah.
other areas extremely close. Because, I mean, a lot of times that'll tell you what's going to happen if something happens where you're at. Um, they got screwed. They really got screwed.
Yeah.
A lot of those deaths should have been prevented. They were extremely easily preventable. The whole thing was just so
Well,
sad.
then there were I was surprised too at how many people died after the fact just because there was no food and no water.
The
And
problem was,
there was no like the town and the city, no one by the time they told people to evacuate, well, that was too late at that point. But then like no one thought to bring in, oh, we're gonna have 150 or we're gonna have 15,000 people in the Superdome or whatever dome it was. Maybe we should have truck in like truckloads of water for these people.
no,
No.
those poor people suffered
Yes.
unnecessarily. They royally got fucked. The governor should have been arrested, in my opinion, because they dropped the ball so bad. The emergency response coordinator should have been brought up on
Mhm.
charges. I mean, everyone who had anything at all to do with Katrina, as far as I'm concerned, should have been investigated at the very least, because so much of that was preventable. And it was such a tragedy because they even tried to, in my opinion, they tried to twist it and hide a lot of it, because when they released the death toll numbers, they didn't mention that, oh, hey, by the way, most of these weren't actually from the actual storm itself. It was the after
Yeah.
storm that's what did it. Um,
Well, too, they blamed they and I saw and one of the last things because I just finished episode 2 that whatever they were talking to the FEMA dude on the news and they were like, "Why are you blaming the victims?" And it is, and he kept saying, "Oh, the people who chose not to evacuate." Do you know how many people one wanted to evacuate, but they were stuck on the highway, they couldn't evacuate because you gave the orders too late, or people can't afford to evacuate. How many people don't have a driver's license, don't have a car? They don't even have money for a bus ticket. There are people, it was a very, like the area that gets the hardest was a very poor parish down there. When you don't have money for a cab, for a bus ticket, what are you supposed to do? You can't just tell people evacuate with no resources. Some people can. There were a lot of people who could. They had the money, they had the resources, and they did. They flew somewhere, they drove somewhere, whatever. But all those other people, you can't blame them, but they did.
no, I mean,
It's
well,
craziness.
there was a similar. It could have been very bad a few years ago with one of our hurricanes we had here. I can't remember the name of it offhand, but it was like it was estimated to be a Cat 5 or
Mhm.
4 at the very least when it hit us. And they did order mandatory evacuations. They ordered them like as soon as they knew something might be possible for it to come at a high cat, they started issuing the evacuation orders. Problem is, they were still urging people to evacuate the day before the storm. Here's where the problem comes in, just like it would have with Louisiana, regardless if people had been able to evacuate mass quantities.
Yeah.
There was nowhere for these people to go. Gas stations were out of gas all along the highway. There were reports of people abandoning vehicles.
Yeah.
There were reports of vehicles breaking down on the roads, accidents, things of that nature, just by people trying to get out. So even if they had tried to evacuate from Louisiana, doesn't mean they would have actually gotten out. They might have just been stuck on the road
Well,
during the storm,
and
which
that's
could have made the toll even
oh,
worse.
without a doubt. And that's what surprised me because I do understand that originally the forecast didn't when they predict where something's going to go and there's like a whole bunch of different models, almost all the models showed it coming in between Florida and Louisiana. That's where it was going to hit, because it went through the bottom of Florida and then curved back up. There was only one model that showed it going out that far west. So I understand that they didn't have the luxury of knowing weeks out. And I get it with weather, you can't, because weather changes minute by minute. You can't necessarily predict it. But I'm just surprised, and it still surprises me even today with places like Florida, that there's not some sort of mass evacuation plan where you close exits on highways, that you do something to help move a mass amount of traffic. That you
Yeah,
kind it amazes me, and I understand that it's difficult because there's only so many roads with that many people. What can you do? But
yeah.
I would think there would be some sort of planning to say, hey, if we have this huge event, we're going to do these steps to at least help traffic move so you're not just stuck on the highway. Because that is what happened is they actually had, I don't know if it's the news or a home video, some dude, you have to wait in line for hours at the gas station. The guy finally gets up and he's like, it's not pumping. They were out of gas. The guy said, oh, I'm cool, calm, and collected until they told him that they were out of gas, and the dude was pissed off, which I don't blame him. The guy had a quarter tank of gas left. And, people were on the highway for 19 hours.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know, fascinating documentary, because I feel like when things like this happen, unless you live nearby, you don't really understand. And there's also a different time with technology, with how we do things. We didn't have the internet, wasn't the internet like we know it today. Whereas today, people are on the internet. You could find out. Like one of the guys was talking about, they were preparing for whatever event was going on. It's New Orleans, so a lot of music involved, and they had been practicing. And everyone was like, "Well, did you see the news?" Well, no, we didn't watch the news because we for all week we've been doing this other thing, and it's like, "Oh yeah, that's right." Unless you watch the news, you don't know these things because you're not glued to your phone. You don't have access 24/7 access like you do today.
Yeah, I mean, well, yes and no. It's not always something most people think of because a lot of times when you live somewhere where you have the possibility of storms on a regular basis, it's not necessarily seen as something to worry about at
Yeah,
first. I mean, usually, like I said, you've got a bit of a heads up with them watching it and tracking it and everything else. So it's kind of like, ah, well, there's the possibility of something, maybe, if,
yeah.
So it's hard. But again, the governor fucked up big time. I mean,
They
DeSantis
just
caught shit a couple years ago because he went ahead and invoked an emergency plan before the hurricane came close. He brought in extra people to fix electric and water and infrastructures and things of that nature. And people gave him shit about it. And he's like, I'd rather him be here and not need us than need him and not have him here.
yep.
So, I mean, and realistically, we did lose power that storm, but not long at all, thanks to that. So, I mean, politics are great and all, but you have to see what they're going to do in emergency. That really depends on how they're going to help the people. I mean, and
And they didn't
oftentimes
care.
they
They were
don't.
worried. They were worried about New Orleans, Bourbon Street, downtown area. And then all the poor black parishes, they just didn't really care about. And the news didn't care about. And it
Still
just,
not fixed. It still hasn't been restored. A lot of those areas
oh,
we stopped through New Orleans well, it's been a long time. It's been over 10 years. But, it was quite a few years after Katrina, and it still did not look like it had been touched at all. It was still a lot of areas were still boarded up and abandoned. It was really sad to see, really. I
that's why
mean,
I'm curious what the third episode is going to be, because I think this is going to talk about like what I finished the part where okay, now we're at the tail end of them finally evacuating people and so this is I'm sure it's going to focus on the cleanup and the aftermath of it. And this is what I'm curious to see because I know that
I
even
won't ruin
now
it for you then, because I already know what happened, and
over
they
20
got fucked every which way,
well, over
honestly,
20
those
years
poor
later,
people.
and yeah, I mean, there's whole neighborhoods that just
Yeah.
never came back. They're gone. And then what I'm curious about is these people got evacuated at the end and they went to a different city, a different state. I have a feeling they just got left there. And then what the hell do? You
We
own
did.
nothing. Everything you ever owned is gone.
Yep. Oh, yeah, no,
They gave you a
there's
bag full of
actually
clothes and you're in a different state. What the hell do you do?
I actually met somebody that survived Katrina and got put down here. They got dropped off down here for rehab, whatever it is, when they gave them housing and
Mhm.
everything else, tried to, and what they did versus what they said they were gonna do were vastly different,
Oh, without a
and they
doubt.
really didn't help. As far as I know, that they did not help most of the people in the way they thought in the way they said they would, or the way the people thought they would. A lot of times, if they were given homes or somewhere to stay, it was not large enough for the family that was occupying it, or the building itself was shoddily made,
Yeah.
so it was like falling apart in like a year. I mean, it just poor people. I mean, yeah, like I said, I know a woman whose family's here, and yeah, they can't. They want to go back to Louisiana, but they can't. They can't afford it. There's nothing there anymore. There's no
Yeah.
point anymore, and it's just sad because it's like, I mean, you should be able to go if you want.
Yeah.
But they got, like I said, I blame the government over there. They got royally screwed. I mean, California did the same thing with the fires. What was it, last year? They had an issue. The wildfires broke out, and a lot of them continued burning because fire, it, um, the fire hydrants weren't working. What do you mean? There's city run. What do
Yeah.
you mean the fire hydrants aren't working? Who the fuck is in charge of this? Everybody should have been fired for that. Like, I mean, it impresses me that people that are in charge during catastrophes are not looked at more thoroughly. After 9/11 happened, um, what was his name? Rubio, Rufio, the governor of New York. He was put under a
Yeah. The mayor of New York City was Rudy Giuliani when nine
yeah,
eleven happened.
he was put under a microscope
Mm.
after that because of it. And I mean, I don't necessarily know all the details for that one. There's a whole lot I'm sure I don't know anything about because there's so much tied to it. But for the most part, from what I understand, I mean, he did the best in what situation he was handed right after it happened. But still, but like I said, people aren't looking at California. They didn't look at Louisiana. They don't look at, all these
Well,
places that have disasters. People in power are not. What the fuck?
Well, it amazes me that no one learns from our mistakes, that things happen and things go wrong and you don't learn from it for next time. And I think part of it is it's very expensive. It's very expensive when things happen. And to kind of have things prepared ahead of time costs money. And nobody wants to pay that money for something that's going to happen once a lifetime. But then that thing happens and you wish that you would have been prepared. But anyway, so that's fascinating. So I watched that documentary. I also watched for my true crime roots. I watched the Gabby Petito documentary. That was the girl who was out hiking, trying to start a van life blog with her fiance, and they were out west, and she went missing. Her parents reported her missing. Turns out he was back home in Florida with the van. She was not, and no one knew where she was. And his parents kept saying, "Ah, we don't know anything." Then he went missing, and it turns out he killed himself in the swamp because he murdered her. Right, so that was like big on the news. I forget how many years ago that was.
For that, I remember when that happened.
Yes.
His
So
mom.
I remember, yeah, I remember when that happened, thinking his parents, from a legal standpoint, They had a very good lawyer who told them, don't say anything at all, and you're going to look like shit, but don't say anything to protect yourself and your family. But man, what pieces of shit they are. The day, it's either the day he killed her or the day after he killed her, he called them and they hired him an attorney. So obviously he told you what happened. You would not have hired an attorney, wired $25,000 to a different state for an attorney if he didn't tell you what he did. And then at that point, she was missing, and her whole family is looking for her. And they keep saying, "Oh, we don't know, we don't know." And I'm like, man, how do you live with yourself? Maybe legally you did the right thing, but like, how do you live with yourself that you just like helped cover not even cover it up, but just help? There's a family missing, a child, a family member, and you act like nothing happened. Meanwhile, you damn well know that she's gone. Like that's how do you live with
Well,
yourself?
you know, okay. Devil's advocate. Devil's advocate here. As a mom to a girl, if my child came to me later on and was like, "Hey, mom, I killed my boyfriend," I don't want to incriminate myself, and I don't want to say anything that might catch, get a word like premeditated thrown around. However, I don't think that they would find said boyfriend. So I don't think I'd worry about hiring the lawyer because, it's real hard to make a case when you can't find things, right? And people go missing every day.
See, I
But you would have to have like a legitimate like reason for me not to judge her on like why did you just kill somebody? Because that's my kid, I'm going to do what I need to do. But there is kind of a line on where I'd be okay with it.
but
That
that's the thing
makes
though, and
sense.
I get it. I'm not a parent, so I don't fully understand, and I get that you want to protect your kid, but like if your kid's just a murderer, not a good reason, there was no good reason.
Yeah, no.
Your kid's a
Yeah, if she's
murderer,
not like a vigilante, like getting
not a
retribution
vigilante,
on
not a
like
victim.
rapists or something, then no, I'm not cool with it. Like if she's hunting like pedophiles or something, like not only am I down for the cause, I'm taking over. But
No, he had because he wrote a journal when he was found. He had his little waterproof bag, so they found the journal, and he wrote what supposedly happened, which is a lie because they could prove that that's not what really happened. He was an abusive boyfriend, and he killed her. And
so weird he would lie in his own journal. That's just weird.
I think because he he probably wants his legacy to not be that he was a piece of shit. But I think he was trying to protect his family, his parents.
There there's other ways to handle problems with somebody, honestly. I mean, but I will admit I am not like that viral video that went around where the moms were asked, like, "Would you kill for your kid?" And they're all like, no." Bitch, not only will I kill for my kid, I'll kill for that kid. I will kill for that one over there. I will kill for somebody's kid that ain't even here yet. Fucking try me. I don't care. They are innocent little angels. They deserve to have a chance without the trauma. So yeah, I will lay hands.
No, this was
There's a
just
line. There's a
like I
line.
said, I understand that they wanted to protect their kid. But I just thought, well, your kid is horrible and killed for no reason, and you know that, and like you need to like convince your kid he's got to turn himself. Like you got to convince your kid to do the right thing because
I don't even know what I would do if
yeah,
my kid turned out to be a bad seed like that.
yeah.
Honestly, I don't know what I would do. I don't know. I really don't know.
And
I
it's used
can't say that I would hide them and protect them from that. I would might help them through it. But yeah, I'm not hiding my kid and lying to the cops knowing that they killed an innocent person,
yeah.
who wasn't expecting it. That's fucked up. That's just Nobody deserves that.
No.
Nobody, especially the parents. Parents don't deserve to have that question, because then they couldn't find the girl for a little while. She was just straight
Correct? And
missing,
she
and
was
not knowing, I think, is actually kind of worse. Because
well, that's the thing is, like, they knew that she was gone,
yeah.
and you knew that the parents were looking for her, and you knew she wasn't gonna be found, and it's like, man, that's messed up. But that was a good documentary. Then I also watched, which is what I was excited for, and I can't believe it took me this long to watch. I watched the Gilgo Beach murderers documentary. That's the one out on Long Island where some girl called 911, a prostitute called 911 that she was being chased. There's this whole big thing. She ended up dead in the marsh, but they found another body. They ended up finding, I forget how many victims total there were, but there were like a lot of dead bodies all in the same area. So there was a serial killer that nobody knew even existed. No one knew that this was going on. And part of it was is that all of the victims were prostitutes. So then, if anyone's going to watch this document, well, I mean, it's just in the news, it doesn't matter. But like, if you don't want to know, I'm going to tell you what happened. Um, the turns out that the head cop for the county and the DA, the head cop frequented prostitutes, so he had a very bad, viewpoint of them and was just like, well, who gives a shit about them? And basically did nothing to investigate it, did the bare minimum. Um, Eventually, him and the DA ended up getting arrested. And then the lady who was heading the FBI agency down there, she took over as the county cop. In the 3 years she was there, they made more progress than like the 10 years prior. She ends up retiring. Then this new guy comes in, and the first thing he did is he goes, okay, I'm going to digitize the records because then it'll be easier for us to search them, to go through, compare them. And it only took like 3 months. The dude cracked the case within a few months of being able to digitize everything and compare it. Turns out that 13 years prior, people had called in that there was a guy who was like something happened with a prostitute, and they were like, the guy is, he's a giant who drives a green avalanche. There were only a handful of green avalanches on Long Island, and only one of them was driven by a giant who was 6'8". Like a literal giant, 6'8". This dude was huge.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I believe it.
he worked where he worked and where he lived lined up perfectly with all the murders and everything. But I was just like, oh my god, they had all this evidence and stuff, and they sat on it and did nothing because the cop didn't care because they were prostitutes, and they were just like, yeah, whatever, they're expendable.
I'm
And it's
still
like,
stuck on the hold up. They got marsh in Long Island?
yeah, yep,
Fucking way.
hmm
I'm surprised. I color me in shock. Like marsh, like scientifically classified as marshland. Like it's like swampy and shit.
okay. I don't know if it's scientifically classified, but they were kept calling it the marsh.
I'm gonna need to look that up because I'm genuinely baffled.
They kept calling it. I'm telling you, they kept calling it the marsh. So definitely a marshy area that it had the tall like reed like things. It was all muddy and wet. I mean, looked like a marsh to me.
Yeah, but it has a very specific ecosystem. At least that's what the fuck I had to learn as a kid. We had to drive out in the middle of fucking nowhere with a giant concrete building. They did scientific habitat. Holy shit, they do.
Hmm.
It has significant marshland.
Yeah, because and it was near like the Pine Barrens area.
I am out.
That was a good
Fucking
documentary though.
wow. I feel like this is the most.
Oh yeah, see Venom. If we were from Boston, it's the Mosh.
Oh, wait, Boston has match too? Are
So
you kidding me? What the hell? I
so
thought that
here's
was like a southern thing because of the war. I thought it had to be like warm on a regular basis for it to be considered. Does it freeze? You know what? I'm gonna save it for later. We don't need to turn into a learning show.
so here's what's funny. So I don't know if you remember your dreams. I remember my dreams. I have weird dreams. So shortly after watching the Gilgo Beach documentary, okay, part of this documentary, so Long Island is a very wealthy area, and the neighborhood that the killer, uh, alleged because he's on trial, killer lives in, all the people like have nice houses. They took care of their houses. They updated their houses, except for him because it was the house that he grew up in, and it was a piece of shit. So you have a nice neighborhood full of nice houses, and then there's one rundown, crappy house. Okay.
Makes a whole lot of sense why he'd be a serial killer. I mean, it drives people, poor people, of course, would be serial killers, but they're just driving everybody mad. Fuck.
He had money too. He just didn't. I don't know what he spent it on. Hookers, I guess. But so, anyways, I had a dream a couple nights later. Me and one of my employees went to go visit one of our coworkers. Why we were visiting him, I have no clue. But we were like, okay, he wants to sell his mom's house because he's gonna make a ton of money. So we're driving through this like really fancy neighborhood, and the guy's driveway was like all this detailed stonework drive. We're like, oh, it's gorgeous. And we look at the house, it's a little piece of shit house. And like when I woke up and I was like, this is my dream, it totally was the house from the killer lived in. Like this was totally, but it was like longer because it was like a double, like a duplex type house in my dream. But I woke up, I was like, I can't believe it. Out of all the things, like I'm making my poor coworker live in the serial killer house there.
Well, you see, you're better than me. I would have probably dreamed that I was going to go get a hooker.
No, I was dreaming about the crime aspect of it. I just
Oh no, there was one time, and it was the most vivid dream I've ever had in my entire life, honestly. I was pregnant with Tiny Giant, and stupidly, I decided to rewatch Rosemary's Baby because I hadn't seen it in a long time, and it was on, and I was like, "Oh fuck yeah, Rosemary's Baby! It's a great movie. I mean, it is a good movie. Let's be honest. Not a great movie to watch when you're pregnant, though.
yeah, not the best
I mean,
choice.
I'm not a paranoid person, but that kind of really it made me uneasy. And then I don't know what the hell the problem was. I watched The Almond. I mean, bad choices make them
Holding.
worse. Why not? I watched a couple of movies I should not have watched that day.
Yeah.
And later on that night, when I went to bed, I dreamed that I gave birth to a demon that just
Oh, that's
unleashed
great.
hell in the birthing suite. Like I dreamt she ripped out of me and everything. It was very graphic, very uncomfortable, very I woke up and was like, "Holy shit, I don't know if I need to do this. I feel like there might be something up here." That was my first clue that she was one of the horsemen's apocalypse.
Oh,
But I did it anyway. But I stopped at one to save the rest of humanity. You're welcome.
yeah.
But
See,
that
I'm with you.
recommend
I watch things that I have no business watching. Um, I think the universe saved me on this one. I had surgery. This was like, I don't know, probably 10 years ago at this point. I had surgery and I started watching Law and Order. I started from season 1, episode 1, and I was watching them in order. Okay. So I watch it and I was going to watch one more episode, but then I was like, you know what? I gotta go to bed. I gotta rest up. I'm having surgery in the morning. Let me just go to bed. Had my surgery. Obviously, everything went fine. Whatever. Come home. I'm recovering. Okay, good. Let me watch. Let me go back to Law and Order. I put the episode on. Dude, the lady died while having surgery. Her character's name was my name.
it.
Okay. And the surgery she had was the surgery that I had.
Oh, that's worse.
And I was like, holy shit. Like, I cannot believe, like, this is, like, I can't believe it. So I was like, thank God the universe stopped me from watching this last night because that would have freaked me out. Because the whole thing was, yeah, she died during surgery, and then it ended up being not just a mistake, that there was negligence involved. That's why it was that Law and Order episode. But yeah,
I watched the dentist before having my wisdom teeth removed.
I've never seen that, but I'm sure that was not a good choice to watch.
Wasn't, and I actually said to my oral surgeon when I got in, I looked right at him and was like, "I'm gonna need you to put me out like right away, just like out cold. After that, have at it, man. Do whatever you got to do, but I'm gonna be unconscious for the whole thing. Thank you." And yeah, ended up getting a Valium from the nurse before everything. She's like, "You seem a little anxious, so we're just gonna give you something to help calm your nerves down, so you're not shaking while we're trying to do things." I was like, "That's a great idea." Next thing you know, I was going to sleep, and the next thing you know, I woke up dreadful. No, actually, it was my mom actually carrying me out.
I had one of my employees the other day, he goes to leave for work, and I was like, "Wait, you're going on vacation, aren't you?" And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Where are you going?" "He's going to Paris. He's going with his brother and I think his cousin," he said, "going to Paris. He's never even left the country before." So I'm like, "Oh man, that's awesome." He's like, "I want to hear about it. You come back, have a great time." So he walks out and makes sure the door's shut, make sure he's like out across the parking lot, and they're talking to someone else, and I go, in Final Destination, they were flying to Paris. And I was like, I figured I should not say that to him. I was like, I'm gonna wait till he comes back and I'll say it to him, because then at least he's back and he's safe. But I was like, yeah, like, that's knowing me, I'd be watching Final Destination before going to Paris or something. I would totally do that.
You gotta watch Hostel. Don't trust an attractive person of the opposite sex hitting on you randomly at a party. Never trust them. They try to steal your kidneys or take you to a underground people hunting place.
I mean, I have been watching all the documentaries about things that go wrong on cruises. So, you know,
I don't think I'd want to watch those before getting on a cruise. Like listening to the news last year was enough for me to go, I'm not going on a cruise anytime soon. I just want to forget about the things that I know before I go on a cruise. Fortunately, though, I have a friend who used to work on cruise ships, and he used to bartend, and he has nothing but love for the cruise ship. So he talks it up nonstop. But
I'm actually
mm,
like, I'm terrified about the prospect of flying to Florida. That's what scares me. Like, I have been nervous about this for months, the flying portion of it. I've been nervous for
you don't
months.
like the planes?
No, I hate flying so much. The first thing I do when I get on a plane is I make sure that there's a barf bag in the seat in my seat pocket, because there's a more than 50% chance I will be needing it. I just I don't like it. I don't like anything about it. I get motion sickness from it, and then because I'm nervous, I think gets me like more sick. I don't know. Flying is not for me, but I gotta get to Florida, so we're flying. That's why, like, the ship. If the ship, I watched Poop Cruise. They lost power. They survived. Like, okay, the ship. I'm confident that the ship's not going to sink. There's no iceberg in the Caribbean. I'm good that I'm gonna survive. Things may happen, but I'll survive.
Yeah.
This is why other modes of transportation make me a little nervous.
Well, you know, I don't like flying. I don't like flying at all.
Yeah.
I know exactly why I don't like flying. It's not even the crashing aspect that I'm worried about. Like, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. We're going down, bitches. I don't care. I'll be that asshole. Like, let me get a drink.
Yeah.
I'm gonna light. Anyone got a cigarette? I'm lighting this bitch. I don't even smoke anymore. I'm gonna light this bitch. Why? Because we're going down anyway. What the fuck are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Find my corpse? Have at it, ho. Um, I don't like not being in control of anything around me. Pretty much, that is my biggest problem. Is I have zero say in anything going on around me, and I can't even leave the situation. That's what I don't like about it.
Yeah.
So I, when I went to Hawaii, because that's a long fucking flight, I stayed up the night before and didn't get any sleep. And then I got some mood happy pills that make you nice and drowsy. I took those right before boarding the plane. So as soon as I got my ass in that seat, I was out cold.
Yes.
I was like, do not wake me up for anything, because here's the problem. If someone needs a doctor, I'm not the one. So if there's an emergency, fucking call 911, because I can't help you do shit. If we're
Yeah.
going down, leave me asleep. Anyway, I'd rather die peacefully. Thank you very much. I'm not going to wake up just to stare at you people and scream. Thank you. Let me sleep.
I also try to sleep on planes. And I mean, I don't, the only time I ever fly, because I'm going on a cruise, the last time I flew was 6 years ago. I do my best to not fly, but, I gotta get there. So
Tell the dad.
I will not
Value.
rewatch Final Destination 1 before I leave, though. That I'll tell you. I'll watch more horrible cruise documentaries if they come out, but I will not watch Final Destination before I leave. Gotta draw the line somewhere, I guess.
That makes sense. I wouldn't. I don't think I'd watch Final Destination before getting on a plane. I did, just because I wanted to, like, I don't know, I guess psych myself out. I'm weird. I was prepping myself for that problem instead of, I was more worried about somebody losing their shit and having to like land the plane in somewhere stupid. I was not interested in that. Like that would be the
No.
fucking worst. That's my bigger concern. Like I said, if we're going down, we're going down. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about Karen showing her entire ass and we having to land in
Okay.
like the middle of nowhere.
So I would be very mad if something happened and we had to make an emergency landing, because that would be a hassle. What would happen with my luggage? Like I'd be really mad. But I would just hope that I have a good view to take a video, because I actually would secretly love to watch a Karen in action. That would make my day. So if she's gonna do it, I hope she doesn't lose her shit until we're very close to Florida. So we just finish the flight because we're so close anyways. Like don't freak out. Like don't freak out over New Jersey. Wait till we get freak out when we're close to Florida. And
That would
like I
be
said, make sure you're near me so I can get a good view. I can film this. I can hear what you're saying. Articulate, please, so I can listen to it. I want to laugh.
be the ideal part of it. That would be like,
Yeah.
but I just, yeah, no. As someone who, yeah, no. No, 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 no. Don't want to be stuck somewhere, especially on the way home. Ah, fuck that.
I'd
But
rather be stuck somewhere on the way home than the way there.
at least we're on the mainland, so I mean, we're just gonna sort of, you can rent a car and drive it.
Okay, so that's the other thing. My mom, who can't, like I told you, she can't come up with a plan to save her life, but she's like worried about certain things. Cruise leaves on a Sunday. We normally fly in Friday to give ourselves a buffer day, because you got to come in the day before to make sure, like, you can't come in that morning, because if your flight's delayed, you're toast.
Yeah.
But we're leaving on a Thursday just because the way that the flights worked. So we're leaving on a Thursday, and the ship doesn't leave till Sunday. My mom is panicked that we're not going to be able to get down there, and I'm like, Mom, if they stop air travel on Thursday, we could rent a car on Friday and still be there in time. Like, it's okay. Like, this is what she's worried about. She's not worried about like that we have anywhere to stay. She's worried about we're going to get there when we're going days
Well,
early.
to be fair, we are a tourist state, so we've got a ton of places for you to stay.
No,
So
but
I can understand your mom's kind of like nonchalant attitude with like, fuck it, we're fine somewhere to stay.
no, but
Truth be
here's the
told, you
thing.
can throw a stone and find a hotel.
I know, but not all hotels are created equal.
That is true. That is very
I don't
true.
want to stay in a bed bug motel. I don't want to
Yeah.
stay in a hotel in a shady part of town. Like, I want to make sure, like, I'm not saying, like, what's I don't even know what's a fancy hotel. I'm not saying in the Ritz Carlton, but I don't want to stay in like generic, crap motel.
Understandable.
I want to make
Very
sure there's a
understandable.
room and a decent place,
That's
which there is. I
understandable.
convinced it. I got my dad to trade in his points for it, so we got a
Luckily
room.
enough, you're not far away. I mean, well, I know what area you're landing in, and I know what area you'll be going towards. Quite frankly, that area is such a touristy area. I don't think there's really any bad hotels in the area. I think like the worst hotel you're going to find in that general area is like they don't have a pool, but they still have a view of the beach. Oh, you poor
Yeah, I know.
thing.
Slumming it.
The pool's not heated. Oh no. But so I mean there's that luckiness. Um now, but the other area, Tampa, that's questionable. There are some bad hotels in Tampa, but the other area, that not so much. It's hard to find one. Even the basic places are pretty nice. Like I guess you could say when it comes to places like that, the bad hotels are farther away from the beach. That's
Yeah.
pretty much how they gauge it. Is they're just farther away from the beach, or they have like a the main office has a close time because nobody's there open. It's not open 24 hours or something. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Shit like that. It's just like petty shit that's not. Yeah. The retiree area and tourist area.
Yeah. All this talking now, like that's what's making me cough. I had this cough for like over 2 weeks now. It's driving me insane.
That new skunk. You got that new cold that's going around. I don't know what they're calling it, but don't worry. In a few weeks, they're gonna call it COVID strand 23 or something. I'm sure, and they're gonna be like, "You're gonna die later from it. You'll die in
The,
the future."
the Perry medicine. See, I can not even talk from it. The medicine Perry took, his cough is almost completely gone. Nope, not me. And it's worse. Like you could tell my voice is getting weird too. In the morning when I wake up, and then at nighttime, it's like that's the bad times. Yeah, I'm over it.
Have off
Over it.
tomorrow at least for the
I
holiday.
do. I on Friday I turned my alarm off for tomorrow. It is I have off, but I was telling you before, we got snow yesterday and today, and I was lazy and didn't shovel. So now I have 2 days worth of snow that I gotta shovel tomorrow. So today me is happy I did not shovel. Tomorrow's me is gonna be pissed off at myself.
Hopefully, your new shovel makes it a little easier for
Yeah.
you. Makes it
We
a little
probably
more
got
bearable.
I'm thinking we have 6 to 8 inches. So I mean not a small amount, but not horrible. I got a sleigh shovel. It does. It makes it a lot easier with the new shovel that I have. So I'm not I'm not worried. And I got boots. I got my heated
I don't
gloves.
envy
I'm
you at
ready.
all. I don't envy you at all. Y'all need to take your snow back. Florida's tired of your bullshit. We've had enough. I mean, hell, it's stupid cold right now too. Even hold on, let me see what it is. It's not bad actually. It's only 45.
Yeah, but
What's it
for
gonna get
Florida,
down
that's
to?
that's chilly.
Oh yeah, no, that's cold. It's gonna go down to 38 tonight, which isn't too terrible, or 32, something like that.
See,
It's not the worst,
I don't
but
think
it's
we have
not
any
great.
snow coming up again in the next couple weeks, but looking at the temperature, yeah, like Tuesday overnight is going to be 7, and then the following weekend, oh my god, Saturday, high is only 14 and the low is 6. So yeah, so we're getting there's some cold weather that's coming in. It's like yeah, great
Well, you'll like this.
single digits. Ooh.
It's going to be into the mid to high 30s most of the rest of the weekend for the every night, and then at the end of the week it's going to jump up to 70s, the 70s.
Nice.
I'm so glad Mother Nature can't get her shit together. It's so nice, and I mean, for anybody that doesn't know, it snowed in the Panhandle. It snowed,
I know, which is crazy.
fucking snowed. We had to have a mini discussion of what do we do? And it's not because everyone always likes to make the joke of, we don't know what to do. No, a lot of people are northerners. A lot of people down here are from up north, so they are more than equipped to deal with this shit show. Problem is, we don't have the fucking equipment.
Yeah.
Like I was telling Pink earlier, if I get ice on my windshield, I can't leave. I'm not leaving my house until it melts. I have no way to get it off. I don't even think we sell window scrapers down here. I don't think I've ever seen one in Florida, to be
Yeah.
honest.
I don't think Florida, I mean, why would Florida sell an ice scraper? They don't have to.
I mean, we don't have salt trucks for the roads.
You don't have
We
salt.
don't. Well, we got salt. We got a lot of salt. It's just for drinks. They're in bars for drinks. we Snow jackets. Where are you buying that? Who? Where? How? Huh?
You're not getting a
Like,
Ron John surf shop snow jacket.
yeah. I mean, gonna need some Roxy wet steel bodysuits or something. I mean, we got nothing. Nothing. I even had to have a conversation of what do I put the kid in to go to school because we don't have. It was in the low 30s, and I'm like, we don't have jackets for this. And what am I gonna do? Put her in five? Have her wear five sweaters? Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? I mean,
She goes to school like that kid from A Christmas Story with her arms are out. Yeah. Okay, I'm ready. Get all my sweatshirts on.
star suit. Like, we don't even have long johns, like real long johns. Like, our long johns aren't real long johns. They're very, very thin. Like, we don't have the stuff. So make fun all you want. We don't have a snow plow. So yeah, the roads were closed. We don't own a fucking set of snow tires in the state. Not a person in this motherfucker has them. Yeah, this shit's for the. They're waiting for it to get warmer. I'd rather deal with rain.
Me too. But yeah, luckily I have off tomorrow, so I'm gonna sleep in, get up, shovel, lounge, enjoy my last day of freedom.
Find a teenage boy, pay him $20 to shovel it.
You
There's
know,
some
it's
of them that
weird
yeah.
because no one ever comes around to shovel. And the one time that somebody did, they were like little jerks, and I was annoyed at them. No one comes around because there's times I'm like, nope, I'm gonna do it. It's fine. And there's other days that it's like, I'll pay you pretty much anything, please.
I'm surprised. I really am because we have kids come around on a regular basis wanting to like mow the lawns and stuff. So I would imagine if we had snow, they'd be offering to do the snow.
Yeah, I don't know. So Peter just came in the chat. I'm gonna say thank you, Peter, for not playing the final round in mini golf yesterday because that allowed me to win. You would have played, I know you would have won. So you didn't play, and I was a winner. We played our 3D, our VR mini golf again last night. And Peter is like the mini golf master, and he beats us. But yeah, he wasn't there, and I beat Frank I beat Noof by one stroke. It was on the last hole, as the hole that decided it too. It was kind of funny, but yeah.
Okay. We played Dead Island earlier. I'm probably gonna jump on that again a little bit.
We
Like
played
I've
we
been really
played
good at playing.
Fortnite. We played Fortnite earlier. We were killing it. We won a lot of rounds in Fortnite. And then I don't know if Stevie's still in the chat. I think Dead Island might be the game because he was telling me that we should play it, and Perry was trying to download it because we thought maybe we would play it later. I don't know if we were going to play that, play Fortnite. We might play something
Oh,
later.
dude, if you ever want to get on Dead Island, I will literally walk you through. I will
Okay.
start a brand new profile just so I can play online, and I will fucking walk you through it. I've started profiles just because I get bored going through some of the missions. I'm like, let's start a new challenge with a new character or whatever. Start from the beginning from scratch, and I'm like, I end up leveling up so quick.
Yeah.
Tiny Giant actually said that. As a matter of fact, I was playing. Was it yesterday? I played for a couple of hours, I think, and I say it like it was a lot. It was probably like 2 or 3 hours I played, and, when I got on, I was, like, level 7. By the time I got off, I was, like, 40. And
Nice.
she's like, "Oh my god, did you really just do that?" And I was like, "Do what?" She's like, "You're level 40 already." And I was like, just walking around. I'm telling her, I'm like looking at her, I'm like, watch this for a minute. And I'm having like 5 zombies come running at me, and I'm
Yeah.
just decapitating them one after another, not even getting they're not even getting a shot in. And she's like, oh my God. I'm like, I've played too
It's your
long.
game.
I love it so much. I'll never stop playing.
Yeah. See, now you got me thinking about not working tomorrow. I'm excited. It'll be a good day.
Should be. As you should be.
Yeah,
Play lots of video games. Enjoy.
I will. Cuddle the cat some more.
Not Oz. My dog's not over here. I don't know. I think he's with Dreadpool.
Traitor.
He's with his spare.
Yeah.
When mom's not doing what he wants, he goes to dad.
Yeah. Oh,
Gracious. Well, guys, it's getting late, and I think everybody needs to
yeah.
get ready for bed. I can't believe it's almost 11:30 already.
Time flies when you're having fun.
It goes quick, doesn't it?
Yeah. I know, it's already
But
been an hour and a half. We've been on earlier. We were ready earlier. It's not well, it's only partially our fault. We were slightly late, but we were ready earlier, but we didn't have the right button. We had to wait for assistants to come in so we could stream.
yeah, man. Yeah. I'm not always late because of me, guys. It's
Yeah.
not always
Not
our
always us.
fault.
We're just gonna blame everyone else anyways, even when it is our fault.
Why would I take the blame?
Yeah.
That's just foolish.
Uh, So next week though, make sure you tune in because we are supposed to have a special guest with us next week. That was the title, right? That's the title of our video here on YouTube is we will have a special guest next week.
Hopefully.
Yes. So, yes, they were busy tonight, but they are supposed to not be busy next week, so they should be on. So you have to tune in and find out. Will there be 3 of us next week? Find out who our guest is. And if not, well then you got to watch us anyways, but yeah.
I mean, either
Maybe
way, it's a win-win situation, as
exactly.
far as I feel.
Exactly. And everyone loves our new thumbnail. RWK commented on it, Milkman commented on it. I like it better now that I know that I'm in my pizza hoodie in the photo and I'm not just in some random hippie shirt. Now I like it a lot better than I did when I was just like, what the hell?
That's still too funny.
I don't know how I didn't see that because Perry right away, he was like, what are you talking about? That's your pizza. I'm like, oh my gosh, how did I not see that?
I
It's us
kind of figured.
perfectly though. It's us, right? Like it's crazy how much it's us.
Yeah, that would come out pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm impressed that it got the length of my hair that it is now
Yeah.
almost right. Impressed. Good job. Now can you see my sticker? I have a Dr. Now sticker on my phone. I think Dr. Now is amazing. I love watching him. He's funny.
He
I
is.
don't care. Yeah, I have a sticker that says, "You're not gonna starve." I love when he says that to people. Like, I'm starving.
Yeah, sure. I know. I like it. I mean, he tells people what they need to hear, though.
Oh yeah. Oh, I always think to myself, I'm like, even like skinny people can live a week without food. Like, you can't live more than like I think it's like 3 days without water, but you can
Yeah,
survive a week like not eating
yeah,
before you start hallucinating and stuff. So like, what do you mean you're gonna starve?
yeah.
Cracks me up. Just 'cause People don't pay attention. It's something you could easily Google. How long till you starve to death?
3 hours.
I mean, in some cases, it could feel like that.
I was say if it knows people, that's what they think. But yeah, so make sure to check us out next week.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun time.
And yes, Cougar Man, I have considered streaming my gaming, and I've done it a couple of times in the past. I haven't done it recently 'cause I don't know how to set it up and turn it all on. So if I ever get around to figuring that out, I will happily stream my, I guess, rhetorical gameplay. I don't know how interesting anybody's gonna find me playing like a 15-year-old game at this point, but sure.
It'll be exciting. I bet you they would all enjoy it anyways.
I'd still jump every once in a while because there's still a zombie here and there that I forget about him doing like the pop out effect, and it's
Yeah.
like, son of a bitch! Oh god. I have to search what
But
games. What games did I unbox?
yeah, so you did a Halloween unboxing with 2 games.
Oh, the Halloween game, and I did play it. I haven't streamed it though. Do that, but they're fun. I do enjoy them. Although I've been hearing there's some more game. There's supposed to be, I believe, a Halloween game coming out. A new Halloween game coming out. I
Yeah.
don't know how soon it's gonna actually come
It's
out.
supposed to come out this year. We'll see if it really does. But
Listen, they say all the time, like, this is gonna come out
yeah,
this year, and it comes out like 12 years later.
that's why I
So,
don't get my hopes up for anything.
and quite frankly, I've learned my lesson about getting hyped up about games, especially like, I don't care if they release the demo, as we've learned anything at all, it's that they'll release a really good demo and get everyone hooked and hyped for the game, and then when they release the game, fucking blows and it's nothing like the demo. We happy few. Um,
Perry got me cards so I could get RE9 because he's got still has all of his credit, so he got me the cards to put my account so I could buy the game. Because he keeps asking me about it. I'm like, dude, I don't know. I have not watched one video. When it comes out, it comes out. All you guys can play it, and then I'll play it when you're all done.
I have to see. Some of them I enjoy and some of them I don't. Some of them I've had a lot of fun and played a long time, and then others like 5. I think I played that one for an hour and got pissed and almost broke a controller. Haven't touched it since. That one irritated me so much. That was not the Resident Evil game for me. It happened. It happened. It's okay.
Yeah.
But and now I have to go play some games. I have to go do that. So you go do something. Go play some video games tomorrow.
Take some cold
Yeah.
medicine. That's what I'm gonna go do.
Go on Facebook and hire a kid. Be like, hey, who's got a teenager who wants to make some money? Come shovel my yard.
I should, because I like as of right now, I'll shovel tomorrow, no big deal. I already know when I wake up tomorrow. Yeah, I might be looking for a teenager to shovel. Yeah.
Absolutely.
We'll see. But I get to sleep in, so I'm not too concerned.
That works.
I'm pumped.
At least you know the if they're plowing tomorrow, it'll come before you shovel, so that makes it worth it. There's no worse than shoveling, and then they come by and plow, and you've got to reshovel
Oh
again.
yeah. Nope, they already plowed. Everyone else, I peeked out the window. Everyone else already did. They already shoveled. Everyone's driveway's nice and clear except mine, but that's okay. I just gotta make sure it's clean before the Amazon truck shows up.
Hey, that's the priorities.
Exactly.
Priorities are in order, and that's the important thing.
I got stuff coming tomorrow, so
I mean, hey, they're the ones who said through rain, sleet, snow, whatever, they'll deliver. So I mean, even if you don't, they might still deliver it anyway.
yeah. I hope.
I don't know. Tell them put it on a drone. Drop it off with the drone. I need drone delivery. I'm not shoveling shit.
Honestly, just throw it in my driveway in the snow. I'll come pick it up. I'll come outside in my boots and come get it.
Boy, Uberman. I don't even know if I have Resident Evil 5 anymore. I know I have the original release somewhere, but I don't think it's on any of my systems anymore. Takes a lot of effort. I don't even know if I have 6. I don't know if I ever played 6, to be honest. I think 5 might piss me off so much I said fuck 5 or fuck 6. I don't remember. I'd have to look.
I'm glad I did not get as much snow as Mental obviously got. He said that a couple of cat graders clearing their streets at 2 a.m. and the loaders came to clear the ends of people's driveways. So you obviously have more than the 6 to 8 inches of snow that we have, right? Because they're not bringing out cat graders in the middle of the night for a few inches. You obviously had a tremendous amount of snow. But you are in Canada, so Canada just gets right. Canada equals snow. Tell your son to come down and shovel my driveway, just around the corner.
Canadian to move on your street.
Oh my god, almost 2 feet of snow. That's insane. Yeah, no, thank you.
Listen, I didn't even have the snow near me, and I am not happy about it.
2 feet, no, thank you.
No, here's my declaration. You won't see me playing in snow anytime soon. Hopefully ever. If I have any say in my life, I'm not going to go hang out in snow.
Snow's a lot better when you don't have to deal with it.
I don't want to shovel it. I don't want to drive in it. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to have to buy clothes for it. I don't want to have to walk in it. I don't want to do any of it. And nope. Thank you. Been there, done that. Bought the t-shirt. I'm good. Once is enough. Lifetime experience. As an adult, yeah, no, I don't want to be an adult in snow. As a kid, I'd do it.
Yeah, as
If I
kids, snow
could be
is
like,
fun.
yeah, if I could be like 10, I'd be like, yeah, let's fucking do this. But February? It still snows in February, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Isn't it like the slushy part too, where it like snows and then kind of melts and turns into that slush bullshit?
that's what you get in March. It's gross. See, well, March is a crapshoot. Sometimes March you get snow, sometimes you don't. But then when you do, then you get then it's slushy because it's warming up.
That's probably
Yeah,
it.
I hate the slushy stuff. That's when it's extra disgusting.
I'm gonna need you all to keep your cold weather.
Well, I like how
Like,
Mental thinks that us dumb Americans know what negative 35 degrees Celsius is. I have to Google this. Wait, negative. Wait, this is saying negative 35 Celsius is negative 31 Fahrenheit.
Whoa.
When you get below zero, do the numbers start lining up again?
Oh, it's negative
Because they're
35. I
zero.
was gonna say, because this says it's 95. I was like, there's no fucking way that's right. That doesn't seem right. It's 95 and snowing?
Because I know that 0 Celsius is 32 Fahrenheit, right? But then once you get below 0 Celsius, I thought that somehow it made the numbers match up again. That like anything negative Celsius. Oh, okay, so they line up at negative 40. But it's close though. So negative 35 Celsius, negative 31 Fahrenheit. So like I said, it gets close. That's insane. I don't even like them at single digits. Negative? No, thank you. Negative 30? That's insane. Absolutely insane. I don't own clothes for that. My pipes would freeze in our house.
I want to know what the infrastructure is like for that kind of weather. I imagine everything has to be insulated.
You keep it. You enjoy it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I will move closer to the equator if this shit keeps up. Mark my words, it snows in Florida next year. I'm going somewhere it never snows. Except for a few islands because, geez, oh, Pete, they get hit every year with hurricanes, and I am not about that life either. So I don't mind a few hurricanes every few years, but I don't want to get hit every year. Thank you very much. Too much. So you keep your cold ass weather.
Yeah. Thank you.
I guess I really don't want to know. So do you guys sell winter clothes all year round?
Yeah,
It is like weird.
when does it stop being cold? Like how much like I know you have summer, but like how many months is your winter? That's a good point. You probably do
Well,
just probably would have to get like you got to prepare for your cold weather.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wonder, like, do you up north, do you guys sell winter clothing all year, or do you guys like do summer and winter clothing like everywhere else, or like, do you guys have like a section in the back of the store with snow jackets and shit all year? Because like we have a section in the stores for the, well, in most stores all year round that have like bathing suits and tank tops and shorts and stuff, regardless of the time of year, because it's hot a lot. So do you guys have like thermals and shit in like the corner in the back? Yeah,
You're
like
talking about like in Canada, right?
yeah. 'Cause don't they stay cold for the most part? I mean, their winter or their summers aren't. I don't. I don't know how long their summers get. I feel like they only get like in the
So
70s.
looking at the average temperature history for Toronto, their weather's not that bad. This chart is totally not legit. I guess Toronto doesn't get as cold as wherever Mental lives because
So
they only
wait,
have it
you
going down to negative 8 Fahrenheit.
know since no mid-November, it would be gone around mid-April. I'm sorry, what? That seems like a long time for snow. Holy shit, that's 6 months. I'm sorry, what?
So they have a half a year of winter. I mean, it is Canada.
I so you guys carry snowsuits in the store all year and thermals and shit? Because I mean that would make sense. That seems like it would make sense. So baffled. 6 months? Jeez, a possibility of seven? 5 months. Not too bad. Mental. You really are mental. Not too bad. Like, no, we've got snow. We have to wear snowsuits over our Halloween costumes sometimes. But it's okay because maybe by Easter weekend, maybe we won't have snow anymore. God. I suppose you're probably saying the same shit about me with hurricanes. Like this crazy bitch deals with like 8 months of hurricane season. Not that bad. Not that bad.
Oh, the Canadians are wearing shorts when it's freezing, when it's below freezing.
Frostbite's not a thing? Do you get used to it that you can't get like that you won't get frostbite that easily anymore, or are you just not out long enough to get frostbite?
Negative 15 Celsius is 5 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm an
Oh, fuck.
engineer and I love math, and I still ain't doing that calculation. I'm Googling it.
Braver soul than I. Are you guys like
Who's
part
Canadian?
seal up there or something, or like polar bear or something? Cause
Because they
like
don't, it's just they don't have regular blood. They just have maple syrup, so it doesn't react the same way as blood
it
does.
it has to be something. We don't get hurricanes that often. Like I'd say every maybe once or twice every few years. If we get a hurricane, we'll usually get like one or two, you know, close together. We'll get two in like one season. Um, but it's not every year though. It's the thing. It's not every year. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, you do get alchemized too. So I can understand that. Yeah, I guess it's not a big deal to you because you're used to it. But I can't wrap my brain around that. That would just, mm, that's too. Then again, I'm looking at it from my perspective of not having the winter clothes for it. I don't want to go outside. I will cancel plans in this weather. It's the hell with that.
I'll not be moving to Canada. I'll tell you that.
I don't think I'm going to Canada during the winter months.
Negative,
Anytime from September to, would you say March? Yeah, or April. Sorry, April. Yeah.
negative 20 is negative 4 Fahrenheit. Okay, so Milfman said his hands are frozen at 30. Honestly, if I was in Canada, I probably would because I like have a sweatshirt vest. I'd probably still wear that, but I would need my heated gloves because yeah, my fingers would not. My fingertips would just die and fall off my body.
I probably wouldn't even be able to go outside, in all honesty. I'd probably step out and throw my back out or something from the shock. Like,
My
I
whole body
haven't
would
been,
just freeze.
would I tell you, I have not seen snow in years. I mean, there are people that are old enough to drink in the gap it's been since I've been around snow. If it were a child, it would have already graduated college. I don't do so.
Okay, so I like how he finally gives us a Fahrenheit number, but it's when it's 0 degrees Celsius, when it's freezing, the one number that's easy to know. He finally gives it to Fahrenheit. All the other ones I had to Google.
Oh yeah, how are the heated gloves? Did you get
Right.
your fancy ones in finally? Are they good?
I did, and again, I thought, like, they weren't working, but then I was like, "Wait, they are working because my fingers are not frozen to death." So, yes, I like them. And then Perry's actually been using the other pair that I have. He just had them in the car one day and put them on, and he's like, "Oh my god, these are amazing." So he loves them. He wants to steal them, and I'm like, "Alright, go for it. That's fine. I got the nicer ones." Yes, definitely I definitely recommend. I should have done it years ago because it is my fingers. The other day, I was, like, rearranging some stuff in the freezer. Just from, like, moving things in the freezer, my fingertips started to hurt. But it's
So that
weird because I don't think I have Raynaud's because when you have that, your fingers go white. Mine don't. They stay all pink and red, but they just it's very painful. I don't know what it is, what changed about me. I can't do it. See, I'm with you. My hands get so cold that yeah, I can't feel my fingers anymore. They get like hard and they're just like legitimately frozen. So that's why now if I have to be outside for more than just like walking around the parking lot and stuff, nope, heated gloves.
makes sense. So basically what you're telling me is if I ever have the option to prep for dealing with real cold, I need an entire outfit that's heated.
Yeah, I was gonna say you need heated
Electric.
socks, heated pants, heated sweatshirt, heated gloves. You just need like a heated bodysuit.
I'm gonna need everything. I'm just gonna need to go around in like a giant heated bubble with a portable heater or something.
Wait, can I just tell you something horrible? Mental just said when he used to live in South Central, what's BC? Is that British Columbia? I don't know. I don't know my provinces in Canada. The temps in the winter barely got below -4 Celsius, which is that's 25. Okay, so that's not bad. So it really got below 25. But did you see this? It would get up past 110 Fahrenheit, up to 120 Fahrenheit. That's insane. I like you die from those weathers, from those weathers. You die from those temperatures. That's insane.
The 120 is absolutely not leaving the house type of weather. 110 is not ideal by any stretch of the imagination, but I'd rather deal with that than -4. What the hell? Oh my. Yeah.
I just need to find somewhere that I can live that it's just like between 70 and 80 all year round.
Hawaii has really pretty weather. I'd go back to Hawaii and live on one of the smaller islands because they have really nice weather. The big islands still kind of have some weather shifting changes, but the smaller ones kind of chill.
Yeah.
I'd definitely go to one of those. But like I said, if Florida doesn't get its shit together, I'm moving closer to the equator because this is ridiculous. I did not move here to have to wake up to the possibility of snow someday.
You need to
I
move there
don't
and need a winter
have
coat.
I don't have snow. I don't have snow tires for this shit. I don't. We don't have the salt roads. I mean, our roads are covered in salt, but not the right kind. I think sea salt does the trick. Well, now we have managed to get off track yet again.
Axel needs to go visit mental. It could be so cold his face burns.
I wonder how big of a problem polar bears are over in Canada because I heard that you have to leave your car unlocked in case somebody's being chased by a polar bear. So I kind of wonder, like, if that's like the whole thing of Canada, or if that's just certain areas. And how big of a polar bear problem are we talking? Are they like pigeons where they're kind of everywhere and it's like a real pain in the ass?
Are they like pigeons? Giant murderous pigeons.
Pigeons are full of, no, not really diseased birds, but they're gross. Really. Okay. Okay. Just curious, just curious. I was just wondering, like, if it's something you have to teach your kids in school, like we teach ours down here about like gators. You're going to kindergarten. Don't forget to pay attention during your lesson on the polar bear and how to survive. You mean polar bears aren't like giant pigeons, just obnoxious, causing chaos, ruining things?
I'm picturing the polar bears walking around with their head like the pigeon, right? Just the giant polar bear.
Be great, wouldn't it? It'd be a lot funnier if they had. Hey, at least if you're being chased by one, it'd be a lot funnier. Maybe
That
a
would
little
be
less
hilarious.
traumatizing. God.
Yes, you do have to charge. There's battery packs, the gloves that you charge. Pretty sure my mental cousins is a polar bear, the one in the Coca-Cola Christmas commercials.
Hey, I loved those Coca-Cola bears. Those bears were awesome. I used to have their
Or
stuffed animals. Oh, I bet. I bet. We just had bear hunting season down here for the first time in quite a few years because the populations are getting a little bit carried away. But do they have hunting season or is it open all year? I've also heard though that taking down a polar bear is not that easy. It's kind of difficult because of the fat on them, fat layers, I think, something like that. Imagine not as hard to hit as an emu. I know those are difficult to take out though. We all know that. Don't mention any names, Australia. You're fine. Truly. But now I've got more questions than answers. I'm gonna go look up some things because now I want to know useless facts that I haven't thought about until just recently. So now I need to know. That's what I do. Yeah, Florida has a ton of snakes. It's warm here. They like the warm weather. We also have snakes that aren't supposed to be here because people brought them here and then let them go. So we have all kinds. They are non-native and native. Pythons are the biggest problem, which is why we have python hunting season now because they're not native here and we don't have any predators for them, and their numbers are getting a little carried away, just a little bit. So if you want to come down and go python hunting, be my guest. I fully support it. Those things are obnoxious and they get really big. So I've never gone hunting for them, although it does sound interesting. Depends on the snake. Yeah. Yeah, snakes show up in the yards on a regular basis out here, actually. My dog likes to hunt them. So they don't stay in my yard for very long. Because it doesn't matter. what kind it is. I most of the time never even get a chance to see it until after my dog's already gotten a hold of it. I managed to save like two of them, but I don't know if they survived after I after I rescued them. Um, but the breed of my dog, he likes to hunt small creatures. So anything smaller than him, he's absolutely more than happy to protect the yard from. So I don't mind having snakes in the yard, just my dog doesn't like them. Because for the most part, they're usually harmless snakes that hang out. Um, but yeah, well, again. All right, guys, I'm getting off to go play Dead Island. I've now reached the point where I want to go play some video games, to go slaughter some stuff, and I'm running out of things to say. I used to carry snakes in my purse when I was a kid, so I can't say the same. I used to enjoy carrying garden snakes and corn snakes around in my pocket.
Not me. Never.
Animals, not for the most part, most animals. Reptiles don't bother me, I should say. I do not like birds. I've never liked birds. I cannot stand birds. They irritate me to no end. The snakes, alligators, armadillos, possums, frogs, that stuff don't bother me in the least bit. Raccoons, squirrels. I won't deal with a wild boar. That's 'cause they'll eat me. I am absolutely a tasty snack to pigs, as we all are. Yes, I used to keep garden snake and a corn snake in my pocket in my little purse. No, I've never had rats. I had gerbils. I don't care about rats. Again, my dog, if he sees them, he'll take them out. So, do a lot of that stuff. How else do you kill rattlesnakes? Out of curiosity, how else do you behead one? Oh, I like that bird asshole, obviously. That one doesn't count. Duh. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching, everybody. Yeah, my dog is amazing. He's really cool. He's a fantastic hunter, I must say. I'll give him that. He's a really good guard dog. Um, but anyways, alright, guys. I'm gonna go play some video games. Uh, Pig's gonna go relax and then maybe play some video games tomorrow.
Yep.
And appreciate you guys all watching, hanging out, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yep. Thank you, everyone.
Until then, I'm Death Dealer.
And I'm Big Pickles.
See you guys later.
Bye.